Good afternoon, Elizabeth. It is Wednesday, the 20th of January. Today's a cool day for multiple reasons. Firstly, it's a really cool date. 20th of the 1, 21, 21, 21. I like it. It's fun. Secondly, Biden's inauguration. It's a political event. It's in a country that I don't live in. It's not an overnight fix to 4 years of fear and hatred and concern. But sometimes I think people should get to have a little bit of hope as a treat. Just a little bit, you know? And thirdly, today I am going to the dentist. Yes, that's right, outside the house. I am going to go in a vehicle for the first time in 2021 to the dentist. Secondly, you mentioned Percy Jackson, and specifically you mentioned having a copy of this, The Demigod Files. It's a collection of short stories, I think, to do with Percy Jackson and some puzzles, I guess. I really like the Percy Jackson books. There's a couple of reasons why. Obviously, it's very nostalgic, but they do have these like enduring, charismatic, enjoyable characters. There's also hella content. So you get the first series, just Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Then you've got Heroes of Olympus, the second series, and then you've got the Trials of Apollo, which is the third series. And they've each got 5 books in. They're just lighthearted and funny, and yeah, they're for kids, but they do it well. They do it really well. I remember reading them when I was young and thinking, oh, with all these like cultural references, this isn't gonna age well. But they did. Obviously, there's the absolute Trojan horse nature of the diversity in it, where it starts off with 3 cute all-American kids go on an adventure, and then every new character apart from one in this series is a person of colour. Rick Riordan, he knows what he's doing, man. Great series. You should, if you get a chance, read them. But speaking of things you should read, let's go back to the book recommendations from yesterday. You picked number 1, and that book is called I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. I'll put a link in the description. It's about a girl called Angel who really likes a band called The Ark. It kind of explores her experiences of being a fan of this band, and also the experience of one of the band members. I think it's pretty cool. I've read quite a few of Alice Oseman's books. I think I really enjoy reading young adult novels that are kind of UK based. I don't know why, there's something very distinct about the UK high school experience which you can't get from American young adult fiction, I don't think. Another one of her really good ones that I enjoy about the pressures of going to university and also kind of about fan culture is called Radio Silence. I think that's another really cool book, and yeah, I think they explore like platonic relationships a lot. I really like her stuff. Yeah, so that's my recommendation to you. I'm probably going to force you to read 3 at some point anyway, because it is beautiful. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Also, it was really cool to see all the childhood faves that went onto your shelves. Like, similarly, I read all the Eragon books. I read some of the Twilight books, and then I stopped. I was going to talk about something that wasn't books today, or at least have a starter for a conversation that isn't books. But here's a question. Yeah, okay, speaking of how I deeply recommend number 3 to you. What's your favourite thing that you've read that isn't a novel? I feel like all these reading questions are kind of harsh, you know, with the whole dyslexia thing. Sorry, bud. Goodbye. I'm going to the dentist now. I'll hear from you tomorrow.